Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on integrating new volumetric clouds material into our dynamic range system in the open world map. So here you see in the background the storm clouds density increased, and now we see lighting in the clouds as well, and now it's raining. So yeah, this is what we are going to work on today. Earlier we had a custom material that we created based on the previous older volumetric clouds material, but in the updated one we have support for lighting on the clouds itself and also support for increasing the storm cloud density. So we are going to utilize them within our dynamic rain and thunder system we have created in the open world project. So here is the demonstration. So in a while it will stop raining and then the sky will become clear. So when the sky becomes clear, storm clouds will be cleared and there will be no longer lighting happening in the clouds itself. So yeah, let's wait for the rain to stop. By the way, on top of these systems we have already implemented thunder strikes and also sudden lighting change as well, which is not something in the volumetric clouds, but that is also something we have already worked on. See, now the clouds are disappearing and everything is clearing out and the ground is no longer wet. So yeah, this is what we are going to work on today. And before we get started, let me remind you that you can download the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects I have done in my channel from my Patreon page. Once you become a member, you can access everything without any limits. So feel free to check it out. I'll leave the link in description below. And here is the full playlist of the Rain Thunder system, which you see here. And also here is the open world playlist where I worked on everything else that you see in this project, including these night skies, auroras, shooting stars, all kinds of different things. So yeah, now let's get to today's episode. Okay, so the first thing is, as you already know, this is the default material for the volumetric clouds and we need to switch to new volumetric cloud material. So to get that, let me create a basic level. So by default for the volumetric clouds we get the new material, which is this one. It's in engine content, engine sky, volumetric clouds. So let me duplicate this. Well, actually maybe I don't need to duplicate this because I don't think we need to make any modifications to the material itself. But for our convenience, here this is the instance. Let's duplicate the material instance itself. So I'll make the copy into my materials atmosphere. Make sure you're copying. Is it this one? No, this is the older one. Maybe it should be this one. No, yeah, it's this one. Simple volumetric cloud 1. So I'll rename this 5.5055 because this was introduced in 5.5 version Unreal. And yeah, now that we have a reference to this, let me go back to my older level, which is open world. We don't need to save. Yeah. Okay. Now here, if I select the volumetric clouds and then let me assign the new one, so it changes to like this. But here if I go to weather and set to this dark, you can see it get darkened. But if I go back here, this material is changed. We have switched back to the older material. That's because here, if I go to the weather blueprint and this dark and clear, here what we are doing is calling this set as atmosphere values. Here, you see, we are using this cloud material. If I don't have a reference here, I create a dynamic instance from this simple volumetric cloud. This is the older material. So using that, I am creating a dynamic material. So here, let's assign the new material. Let me first promote this to a variable. Let's call it volumetric cloud material real, so that we can make it instance editable. And here I'll assign this one. All right, and this cloud mat, instead of calling this volumetric clouds dynamic material, that's so it's clear what is which one is which. Okay, let me get some space. So now compile. Here, if I clear, now see, we have the new volumetric cloud. And if I go to dark, we have still have the new volumetric cloud. The sky is getting darker, but that's not exactly happening within the material itself, because the cloud didn't change. We just changed the sky atmosphere values. So if I clear, see, clouds stays the same. Blue becomes darker. That's all happening. So if I open this, if I want to have rain clouds, what I need to do is under storm, here we have this storm clouds option. It looks like this. If I make it 1, see, now we have dark clouds. The sky is covered. So this is the parameter that we need to modify. So this density offset is only applicable for the older material. So I'll change this parameter name, which is this one, so that we know what this is. Storm clouds. Yeah. Storm clouds. Okay, and let me copy this so that we know we don't make any mistakes, and use that name here. So this is where we call it storm clouds. I'll set to something closer to 1.8 when we want to make it darker, and when we want to make it clear, let's set it to 0. Now here, dark, see, now we have darker clouds, so it's all dark now, like a proper rain atmosphere. If I clear, now you see, it's all good, nice and clear. Now if I want to start toggle rain, so it becomes darker, and I don't think the particles appear in here. No, yeah, that's fine, but it happens in the runtime. So the next thing is how to enable lighting on clouds, storm lights. So for that, the parameter we need to use is here, this lighting mask bias. So if I override this, and here, if I make it 0.1, oh, we need to go darker for this. See, now we have lighting. happening around the world. Oh, we have the particle too. Nice. So yeah, that's lighting on the sky. Oh, I was looking at this way. Particle is not there. Particle is here. So, but in the runtime, it finds the player's location and trees, raindrops are spawned there. So if you want to reduce this intensity, here you can lighting mask strength. You can reduce this. So it's not that sharp. So I'll leave these settings for now, and then I'll set this back to lighting mask bias to 10. Right, so that we don't see lighting here. So I only need that when I have rain in the world. So we can modify it here. Here, this is toggle rain. We have this function toggle rain, and yeah, into the dark. Maybe we should add an additional parameter here. So what I need to do is modify this storm lighting masks, but this is a vector parameter. So this is actually the R channel of this vector parameter. It's just we have given a different name. If you can see that, if you go to the material itself, and here, see, this is a vector parameter, and we have customized the channel names R to this, G to this. So it's just a regular vector parameter. But here we only need to change this lighting mask bias only. Therefore, what I would have to do is get vector parameter value, and then the parameter name is this. And here, set member, we only need to change R value. I'll name this, no, let's add a new parameter called lighting mask bias. I'll copy the display name and add that parameter here. Set a default value of 10. Now when I call dark, I'll call it with a point bar. Okay. Now if I go here, so good, dark. Oh, we still don't see the lighting. I think I know why. Here we set the members, but we still need to update this. So this should be bias, get lighting mask bias. And then again using this, set vector parameter value, use the same name and give the updated vector. Should work. Okay. Now we got lighting on the sky. All right, let's clear out and let's see the transition in real time. Let's focus on the sky. So see, clouds getting denser and the storm clouds are starting to appear. Shortly to start raining. Okay. And we got the, so we have thunder actually. Alright, so that's all I want to do for this episode. Let me give it a second and it would disappear once again. By the way, this the thunder is actually from the custom system that we had implemented before. It's not related to the volumetric cloud changes that we did today. Speed up a little bit. Sky is clearing. The fog is also clearing. Alright, we got clear weather. And I don't think I saw a lighting in the sky, storm clouds. Yeah, that's because this is the event that starts raining, and here once rain is enabled, but here I don't call this that atmosphere values anywhere. Let me check. Yeah, it's in the tick. We always call it when we dynamically update the cloud levels. Here its value is 10. Maybe we should do something about this. Let's modify this part to a separate function. Let me get this volumetric dynamic material here. This one, volumetric clouds, dynamic material. To function. This should be external. Date storm light and bias. Should be the same name. Okay. Now I don't think I would need this here. And this, I'll remove it. I'll keep these things only here. Then here, when we start raining, I'll put that. I'll call this with the value 0.1. And when we stop rain, I'll do the same with the 10, so that we wouldn't see lighting on clouds. Okay. All right, let's test again. Let me speed up a little bit. Yeah, see, now we have it. We got the lighting on the clouds. Alright, I think we can stop this episode right here. Okay, so thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for download here in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And do let me know if you have any questions in the comments. See you in another episode. Goodbye.